Well, the women's freestyle relay is next up. It's the last swimming action we have. Of course, stay with us for the medal presentations for the remainder of tonight's event. Hungary, Ukraine, Russia, and Norway. These are the 4 teams taking the start in the women's 4x50 freestyle relay, 20 points. Well, Hungary quite often have a team in this lower class women's relay, the 20-point women's relay. We've got a number of swimmers in the lower numerical classes. They always seem to be able to turn out a team and have won medals at the major championships in the past. Remember famously in Atlanta, where they finished in 4th position, I think. The top 3 teams all got disqualified and Hungary took the gold.
Well, you got to take it where you can get it. Hungary really built their team around Katalin ENGELHARDT. She'll take the 3rd slot for them, the S5. I think expect to see the Ukrainian team take this out again as with the male. Starting off with one of their quickest swimmers, slightly different approach this time. As the Hungarians, they will start with ADAMI.
Ukraine will start with MERESHKO, who had that great battle against Ellie Simmons in the 200 meters individual medley. GAVRILYUK from Russia will be on the first leg for the Russian team. They go in lane number 5. And Norway, I think this is the first time I've seen Norwegian team in this relay. Of course, they finish with the S1 swimmer, Ingrid THUNEM. Sara Louise wrong on the opening leg for Norway. The women's 4x50 freestyle relay, 20 points.
Well, the men's relays really went with a classic style of ordering that we talked about just now. Women's races, pretty much all of the women's teams, just at a glance, seem to be very much angled towards getting a lead and then seeing if you can hang on to that. Well, it's MERESHKO of Ukraine that you can see leading this out in the orange hat. She'll change over to FEDOTA. Very, very safe change indeed. Watch lane 6. Well,
we'll see if Ukraine can challenge the world record mark for the relay. That is 2:37.16. That was set in the World Championships last year. They've got to win it first, of course, but they do look like they are on schedule to do that. FEDOTA already twice a medalist here at these championships, and that's a great example again of freestyle swimming from FEDOTA.
Well, this is the 3rd 50. Another very safe change there. The coach holding the feet of SVIDERSKA onto the wall. Released her only when she was absolutely sure that they weren't going to take a flyer. I've got to say, Paul, just out of shot, just going the other way. That was the Russian team, obviously not going particularly well. They've had some good swimmers, but they really aren't featuring in this race at all.
They've got a good finish to come. They've got SHISHOVA going now on the 3rd leg for Russia, but they've got GUSEVA on the final leg, and with the Norwegians having a very low-class swimmer to finish, Ingrid THUNEM, you would expect GUSEVA to come back pretty strongly. But Ukraine are coming back with SVIDERSKA. She will hand over to Lafina. I think it's Ukraine against the clock now. Can they challenge the world record mark that they set last year? I think it's unlikely, but Ukraine are certainly going to win this one. Ingrid THUNEM in now for Norway. Russia, well, this could be a close finish. SHISHOVA will hand over to the S7 swimmer, GUSEVA. Hungary with a lot to do in 4th.
Well, GUSEVA looks like she is going to have to make up almost 23 meters on the Norwegians. It's not unheard of between the difference between an S1 and an S7. Absolutely massive. But actually, to them, the Norwegian swimmer in lane 6 is going very well. It looks like it's going to be gold for the Ukrainian team.
Ukraine taking in 2:53.45. They will be the European champions, and Ingrid THUNEM is going to bring Norway home clear in second for a silver medal for the Norwegian team. And a big cheer from the Norwegians there as their team comes home in second position. The Russians could not close the gap. They are in third, and the Hungarians will finish this relay with Gitta on the final leg. The experienced Hungarian team, could they benefit from a disqualification again? Well, you never know. You've got to be in it to win it. If Hungary finish this one, they will finish in fourth position and await the official results. But it was a good performance by the Ukrainian team. 253.45 for the team of MERESHKO, SVIDERSKA, FEDOTA and Lafina. They were never really seriously threatened for that one.
No, and you have to say the Ukrainian team really so powerful in classes 5 and below. Also very strong in the visually impaired classes, of course. This is the finish. Fina whacks the wall, makes sure that time pad well and truly goes off. Time pads actually have to be hit quite hard to trigger. Well, she certainly makes sure that that happens. There you go. Hits it right with the base of the palm of the hand.
Goodness, here come the Ukrainian teams now in there. The flags are waving. I'm still awaiting confirmation of this result. And of course, if that is confirmed, it would mean that Ukraine would retain their position at the top of the medal table. There is the result. Well, Ukraine, 253.45. They take it ahead of a delighted Norwegian team, 302.43, with Russia in the bronze medal position.